Hi there, Audrey here. Today on Audrey's Beauty Bar, we're going to be discussing all things bronzer and contour, why you would choose one or the other, what exactly they're intended for, what to use when you're applying them, and how to apply. So I never used to do either bronzer or contour because it freaked me out. I had no idea what they were intended for. Bronzer is designed to add warmth back into your face, color once you've added your foundation, because foundation is designed to help even out your skin tone. So once you've applied your foundation, your skin looks kind of bleak if it's working correctly. So you really want to add some warmth back into your skin. Contour, on the other hand, is designed to actually tone and shape your face. You're going in and trying to chisel out, accent certain features, maybe hide other features or make them less visible. So for both bronzer and contour, you could use powder or creams. Typically, people use powder for bronzer and creams for contours. That being said, you could use either. It just depends on what your preference is. When you go to use bronzer, you actually want to use more of a warm tone on your skin. You want it to look like the sun has been hitting your face. So you can go in and use something like this, which is a warmer brown tone. It also has a little bit of shimmer in it, or something more along the lines of this. When you go to use contour, on the other hand, you're trying to create shadows on your face. So something that's very cool toned is what you want to use. Keep in mind the shade that you're going to use is going to be different based on your skin tone. The things that I'm using today are going to complement my skin tone, but if you need help choosing what's going to be best for you, whether you have super fair skin like me, more medium or deep, I'm here to help you decide what's best for you. The brush I'm using here is Limelight by Alcone's angled brush number 3. I find it so much easier to use an angled brush when you're applying bronzer and contouring. What I'm doing is hitting the points of my face where sun would naturally hit. So that is at the top of my earlobe, going down to about the corner of my eye, as well as right on my cheekbone versus below or above it. I'm also going at the top of my forehead, as well as the top of my hairline. When I go to contour, I'm going a little bit below my cheekbone to actually carve or chisel out that part of my face. I'm going where my earlobe is again and bringing it down to that same corner, and then also going to the top of my forehead. For contouring, I'm also going to go beneath my jawline. You'll notice I didn't do that with the bronzer because the sun doesn't actually hit your face there, so you don't have to do that when you bronze, but you absolutely can when you want to contour if you want that area to look more defined. Here I'm using the Limelight by Alcone brush number 7, a large shadow brush, to make my nose look a little bit more narrow and blending it out with number 19. I hope that you can see on either side of my face the difference between the two tones, okay? So this side is literally just adding warmth to my skin in these areas. Over here, I went a little bit further underneath, whereas over here I went a little bit more on top of my cheekbone to kind of try and carve out and lift up where that cheekbone is, okay? I also applied a little bit down here, again, to help carve out this jawline, as well as underneath my chin, and then added it to the top as well to create a shadow here to lower my forehead just a little bit. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I find powders significantly simpler to use than I do creams, but that's because I do it more often. So I'm more comfortable with it. And the same may be true for you. As you learn to use something, you're going to grow in comfort and like it more. So why use a cream versus a powder? A cream is going to blend into your skin nicely. A lot of professional makeup artists love using creams because they blend so well into the skin and look a lot more skin-like. If you're using a cream-based product, you're going to want to use that immediately after your foundation and concealer before you use your powder. That way you're not layering different types of products on top of each other, because that's just going to create more buildup and cause it to look less natural. Here I'm using the Limelight by Alcone Perfect Foundation in shade 12, which is a very deep brown, to contour. I am applying it with my finger because that's a good way to get it warmed up and blend into the skin, and then I'm going to buff it in with brush number 5. You'll notice that although it's really dark, it's going to blend really nicely into the skin. And no, you don't need to use both the powder and the foundation, just pick one or the other. You'll notice I'm applying in the exact same places where I applied the powder when I was contouring, and again, just blending it out. I'm also going to use a mini damp Blenderful sponge to make sure everything's nice and blended into my hairline and into my skin. So there you have it, bronzer, contour, the differences between the two. I would love to hear which one you prefer. I would love to know if you try them out. If you want to shop any of these products, check the description section because they will all be listed there. As always, thank you for watching. If you need help with anything at all, whether it be figuring out what's right for you or asking about the products that I used today, please reach out and let me know. I'm more than happy to help you. And we can also always set up a virtual appointment and discuss the things that you're looking for. That way we can revamp your makeup routine, whatever that may look like for you. And lastly, be sure to like and subscribe this channel. I would love for you to share it with a friend as well. And please let me know if there is anything else specifically you'd like to see more information about.